Start the class. Now, where is the recording? Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badharayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Guru Ratmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Om Shri Medha Dakshina Murti Swamine Namaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunoyama Devaham Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraham Sthirairangaye Stuštuvagum Sastanubi Yashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vriddhasravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedah Swasti nastarksho Arishthanemihi Swasti no Brihaspati Dhadatu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So Namaste everyone.
Namaste,
Once
Guruji.
again.
Om Guruji.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram. Okay, joined. So today we are going to enter the Bhashya. Introduction portion was over till the last class. Today we will enter the proper Bhashyam. And as I had mentioned, we will start with what is called an introductory Bhashyam given by Adi Shankaracharya. It is called Upodghata Bhashyam, Avatarika. Different names are given. So we will start with that. And before we enter into the Bhashyam, I wanted to introduce to all of you the Bhashyam text. The text which I have actually circulated to all of you. I want you to understand because there are different colors and all that. Some color coding is there. How the structure of the Bhashyam is. A few minutes I will take to explain that, and then we will enter the Bhashyam. Okay. So let me first show you the Bhashyam text. Where is it? Yes. Can you see the screen?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay.
Yes, we are able to see.
Oh, very good. So the first beginning here, mantranukramanika means what? This is the list of the beginning of all the mantras, 65 mantras which are there. And as I told you, no, Mundaka Upanishad has got two mundakas with each one having 3 khandas. Right? So this is given by khanda by khanda. The total 6 khandas are there, and all the mantras are given here. Okay. No, in fact, 3 mundakas and each one having 2 kantas. Total comes to 6 only. So this is the Shanti Pata, which we have circulated separately. So here the Mundaka Upanishad Bhashyam starts, right? Now some of the titles which you see with Brahma Vidya Stutihi, this is in black color. And this is just a title. This is not given by Adi Shankara. This is whoever has compiled this Bhashyam has given these titles for the students to easily understand what is the subject matter talked about in that paragraph. Okay. So here, if you will see this color, which is what we'll call, I don't know what color it is called, is some dark pink. Or maybe ladies will say it's magenta color or something. Only they know all these special colors.
It is purple.
Purple. Okay, you can call it purple. So whenever you find in the entire Upanishad these words in sentences in this purple color, they are the words of Bhashyakara, of Adi Shankaracharya. That is the part of the Bhashyam, commentary. Okay. So this goes on. Wherever you find this purple color, it is you must understand it is the commentary written by Bhashyakara. Now, you will then, after the initial, that Ubodgata Bhashyam finishes here. Evam Arthasmaranat. Here, this word, it finishes. So after that, Mundaka 1, Khanda 1 starts. So here, the mantra of the Upanishad is actually color-coded black. So whenever you see black color in this text, other than the titles, you must understand that is the mantra of the Upanishad. And then, following that mantra, Bhashyakara's Bhashyam will be there. So whenever a Bhashyam or a commentary follows a mantra, what he does, he will take each word and then explain that particular word. For example, here the first word is Brahma. So Brahma, that Brahma, the word from the Upanishad which Bhashyakara takes or uses for explanation, that is marked in some sort of a blue color. I hope it is what blue I don't know, but it is some blue color. Okay. So Brahma means, he says, Parivridaha Mahan Dharma Jnana Vairagya Aishwarya Sarvan Anyan Atishete Iti. This is the explanation of the word Brahma. Of course, we will see all these things later. But the beauty is, when we say Brahma, we say, okay, Brahma. What does it mean? What does that Brahma mean? Bhashyakara explains here. Then Devana, next word, Devana, he borrows. That is again in blue color. Then he will explain. Dhyotanavata, Dhyotanavad, Om Indriyadina. Like that he will say. So like that, this is the second kind of color coding. So we got 3 colors. One is the purple, another is black, and the third one is blue color. Blue color represents the words from the mantra which Bhashyakara uses for explaining that particular word. So this is broadly the structure of the entire text rather. And if something more comes up as we go forward, I will then at that time explain what exactly it is. But broadly, if you remember this, you will be able to understand the Bhashyam. Of course, the Bhashyam fully is in Sanskrit language. So people who at least have got some Devanagari, familiarity with Devanagari script can read it, no doubt. But then there is also one more issue, which is this language has got a lot of compound words, right? So that they may not be able to either read it continuously or with difficulty they will be able to read it. But you don't need to be concerned about that, because wherever those compound words are there, I will try to break them up into individual words so that it becomes easy for you to understand each word. Not only compound word, there could be some sandhis also will come. All those things we will see. I will explain. I will not go into the grammar part of it, because this then will become a Sanskrit class. But I will explain the individual words. We will see the individual words. Okay. So this is all will come. I just wanted to let you know. So any questions anybody has got on this? If there are no questions, doubts about this, we can enter into the class. Okay. Go ahead. Going up.
Yes, me. I don't know.
I'm hearing some noise.
Yeah, we
Whether-
can go ahead, I think.
Yes. Somebody
Guruji,
may-
I do have a question. I don't know if you can see my hand.
Yeah, you have a question. You can
I have a
relate
question.
what I've explained, and you ask now.
Yes, whatever you have explained was very clear with the color codification. But
Yeah.
I have a question from the previous class where you had given the darshanams and you
Yeah.
said the amangala darshanam you had mentioned also. So what causes a darshanam to be amangalam? You said from the goal of a spiritual student, he does not get swayed by the things, and cows, deepam, tulasi, brahmana chanting is all mangalam. So I just wanted to know, Ananda Paripurna Swarupam is equal to Bhadram, you said.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering how that Amangala Darshanam came in, and that has been troubling me. What is an Amangala Darshanam?
You have to check because I don't know whether I use Amangala Darshanam in the context of Bhadram, but let me check, the video, what I have said, and if there is, it's all Mangala Darshanam. So all these are all not Amangala, Mangala Darshanam. This and Tulsi and all that, they are Mangala Darshanam.
Yeah, but you said that Amangala Darshanam is not required. Sarvatra Brahma Darshanam is the goal of the student from a spiritual angle. So,
yeah.
may he.
Darshanam basically means, what we consider as Amangalam from a scriptural point of view. For example, blood is considered to be Amangalam. Okay. So somebody is bleeding. Seeing that person is Amangalam. Seeing an accident on the road is Amangalam. Even hearing some words, abusive words is Amangalam. So there are, lot of things which are considered Amangalam. So a student should actually avoid when he is having this Mangala Darshanam. It is not that, he will always have Mangala Darshanam, but whenever he comes across Amangala Darshanam, he should avoid it. That might have been the context in which I might have said. But as I said, I will again check it up and then I will come back to you next class. I'll let you know.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay. So now we will start with Brahma Vidya Stutihi. Who is going to volunteer for this thing? Reading chanting this Bhashyam.
I can do, Satish.
Good. Very good. So I will just 1 minute. Let me put that Bhashyam. No. Not this. Where did it go? Okay. So ready?
Yes, Guruji.
Om Brahma Devanam
Om Brahma Devanam
Iti
Iti
Adi,
Adi
or you can say Ityadi
Ityadi
Atharvanopanishad
अथर्वणोपनिषत्
अस्याश्च
अस्याश्च
विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृपारंपर्य लक्षण संबंधम
विद्या संप्रदायकर्तृपारंपर्या लक्षणसम्बन्धम्
आदौ एव आह
आदौ एव आह
स्वयमेव स्तुत्यर्थम.
स्वयमेव स्तुत्यर्थम्.
Very good. So this is the thank you very much. So this is the introductory words of Adi Shankara. So Bhagavan Bhashyakara starts or is giving the Sangati to this Upanishad. Sangati means, as I said, introductory Bhashyam, as very different names are there. Ubodgana Bhashyam and all that. So Sangati is one more word, means it is a introductory commentary. So first he takes up the pratika of this Upanishad. The very first word is Om, one of the names of the Lord. And this word Om has got profound meanings. I will not go into all that. But one simple meaning is Avati Rakshati iti Om. Om is the one which protects the devotees. And this word Om is very popular in our tradition, as you all know. And one reason is given in one shloka. I will just tell you what is the content of the shloka. The shloka says, Brahmaji wanted to start the creation. And he began the process by chanting the Shanti Patha. What was the Shanti Patha of Brahmaji? Om Atha. That was the Shanti Patha. So after chanting this, he successfully brought out the creation. And we all know creation is really wonderful. I mean, without all these beautiful things around us, just imagine what will be our plight. And therefore, if anyone wants success in their pursuit, they should start with Om or Atha. Some texts start with Atha. For example, the Bhashyam of Jaimini on Karmakanda, Purva Mimamsa, is called Veda Purva Bhaga. It starts with Athato Athato Dharma Jignasa. Similarly, Brahma Sutra, Veda Vyasa Acharya starts with Athato Brahma Jignasa. So the word Atha also is a very auspicious word. But here Bhashyakara starts with Om. And not only that, Om is also, the first mantra itself starts with Om only. So it's a part of Upanishad also rather. So now let us look at the first sentence. Om Brahma Devanam Ityadi Atharvanopanishad. So Bhagavad Bhashyakara starts its commentary on this Upanishad saying that this Upanishad is a Upanishad belonging to Atharvana Veda. So this sentence beginning, that is which sentence? Om Brahma Devanam Ityadi Atharvano Upanishad. This sentence is beginning with the Upanishad belonging to Atharvana Veda. So here, of course, the verb is not there in this sentence, it is just a blank. I mean, it doesn't have, grammatically, the sentence is not complete. So we can supply Vyakhyayate. Vyakhyayate means this Upanishad belonging to Atharvana Veda is desired to be commented upon. aham vyakhyayate. I am commenting upon this. And thereafter, Bhagavan Bhashyakara gives the essence of the first three mantras of the Upanishad. The first three mantras are talking about the lineage of teachers of this Vidya. How this Vidya has been flowing through the lineage of teachers. I mentioned about it in my inaugural talk also. So, the first mantra, it starts with Om Brahma Devanam Pratamah Sambhabhuva. So that's the first mantra. So three mantras he explains. Pratamah Sambhabhuva means Brahma Pratamah Sambhabhuva. Brahma ji is the first teacher. He gave it to his eldest son Atharva. This is all not in the first mantra, second, third mantra, all these are there. So he gave it to his eldest son Atharva, who gave it to his disciple Angir. Angir gave it to Satyavaha. Satyavaha gave it to Angiras. Then Angiras gave it to Shaunaka. This is the description which we will see in the first three mantras. Details and all we will see later. And Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, by describing this lineage of teachers, Shruti is glorifying this Vidya, is glorifying this knowledge. So the description of the lineage of teachers is meant for glorification of this knowledge. And that is what is said in this sentence, Stutyartam. Asya cha vidya sampradaya kartru paramparya lakshana sambandham adav eva aha swayameva stutyartham. Swayameva means by itself. Stutyartham, for the purpose of glorification. So here, Bhashyakara is emphasizing one point. A very important point which we have already seen, but here Bhashyakara is also emphasizing that. What is that? This Vidya is great because it is not a product of human intellect. This Vidya is not created or founded by a particular individual. Everyone who is teaching this Vidya has received this from someone, his guru. So this Vidya is being transferred from one generation to the other, and it is flowing through the tradition of teachers. In simple words, this knowledge is traditional knowledge. And even Pujya Swamiji, he used to emphasize this idea. He used to say that he would like to be called a traditional teacher. So a traditional teacher means one who is teaching the Vidya in the manner which his own gurus, the whole Guru Parampara has taught, the knowledge which is flowing through the tradition. And this idea is given. Asyaha cha. Asyaha refers to this Upanishad. Sambandham. The second line, is there. What is that? Asyaha cha vidya sampradaya kartri paramparya lakshana sambandham. So sambandham. Sambandham means the relationship. Adav eva, in the beginning itself, aha, tells. Here, of course, we have to supply the karta. Who is saying, who is telling? The Upanishad itself. So, Adav eva aha, we can convert it into Adav eva Shruti aha, or Upanishad aha. Shruti itself is telling the relationship of this Vidya with the teachers. So what is the type of relationship between this Vidya and the teachers who are teaching? Is this a relationship of a propounder and propounded? Have the teachers created this idea? Have they speculated this idea in their mind? And then they are giving it to the disciples. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, no, that is not the case. So every teacher of this Vidya is only a Vidya Sampradaya Kartru. Kartru means the agent. Sampradaya means Upadesha. Vidya means knowledge. So Vidya Sampradaya Kartru means the agent of this Upadesha, the teaching of this Vidya. The word Sampradaya is derived as Samyak Pradiyate Jnanam Anena iti Sampradaya. So this Upadesha, the teaching by which the knowledge is transferred Samyak, properly. Properly means without any distortion. So the method by which knowledge is transferred properly from one generation to another, that method of transferring the knowledge is called Sampradaya. By every word, we use these many words while teaching Vedanta, learning Vedanta. When you read the Bhashyam only, we will understand what exactly those words mean, especially in the explanation given by Bhashyakara himself. So this is a method, this is the tradition, and there is a method in the tradition. It is not that, somebody imagines, okay, Bhashyakara has given this interpretation, I will give my own interpretation. No teacher will do that. Maximum, what will the teacher do? For the students of this generation or the present times to understand, a teacher may include some examples with which the students may be more familiar. Because sometimes the examples used in the Shastra or even by Bhashyakara may be examples relevant for those times when Bhashyakara was living. But in today's time, we may not be able to relate to those examples. And therefore, the maximum a Sampradaya Kartru, a teacher of this Vidya, will do is supply or add some examples, contemporary examples. That's all. Other than that, he cannot create any distortion in the knowledge itself. That is Sampradaya. So Sampradaya means Upadesha. So Sampradaya Kartru means Upadesh Kartru, the giver of this knowledge or teaching of this particular Vidya without any distortions. Therefore, all the teachers are only transmitters. Now, some people say, Guruji, thank you very much. I always tell them, don't thank me. I am only a transmitter. Suppose there is somebody who is rendering a beautiful song on the stage, and you are sitting in a big hall, and you are sitting somewhere in the back, and there is a loudspeaker near you through which you are able to hear the song without any distortion. Now, after the song is over, you are not going to thank the loudspeaker. Oh, very good. You have taught me, you have given me enjoyment and all that. Of course, the loudspeaker plays a role because at the back where you are sitting, you would not otherwise have heard what the song was or how the singing was. But thanking only, you will have to go to the singer and thank him for having given a wonderful rendition. Therefore, whenever we are receiving this Vidya, you have to, whom you have to thank, to the Adi Guru, you have to thank. From him only, all teachers have received this knowledge. Through the parampara, this knowledge has come. So that every teacher is connected to this Vidya through the parampara. That is the sambandha. So there is a line, and every teacher is connected. And therefore, this Vidya has got a parampara of teachers. Every teacher is a link in that parampara. And this is the sambandha, connection between the Vidya and the teacher. So, Vidya Sampradaya Kartru Paramparya Lakshana. Paramparya means lineage, being a link in the lineage. So, next question is, okay, this is understand when did all this start? There must be some beginning for everything, isn't it? When did this teaching of Upanishad begin? Bhashyakara says, Adau eva aha. It started from the Lord, and it has been going on for a very, very long time. And it has been preserved by the lineage of teachers. And every teacher is feeling privileged, is feeling blessed to be a link in the lineage of teachers, which has been flowing through since time beginningless. Or we can say, it is flowing since Bhagavan's teaching. It is initiated by the Lord himself. This parampara is initiated by Sadashiva or Narayana, whatever name we give. That's why we say Sadashiva Samarambha or Narayana Samarambha, Shankaracharya Madhyamam. That's what we say. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna, Imam vivasvate yogam proktavanaham avyayam So, imam avyayam yogam aham vivasvate proktavan. Vivasvate means to the sun god. Krishna says, I taught this knowledge to the sun long ago. Now Arjuna is perplexed. He says, how can you teach to the sun? Because you are born now. Sun has been there from, I don't know, time beginningless. So Krishna says, yeah, I am also existing from time beginningless. I remember all my avatars. You don't remember that, Arjuna. That's what he says. So the relationship between this Upanishad and the people who are talking about or teaching this Vidya is Paramparya. And did Bhagavan create this? The answer is the Lord also is not creating anything new. The Lord is only revealing what was there in the previous cycle of creation. Of course, because the entire creation, Vedas themselves say we do not know when it started. What is the date of birth of this creation? Of course, some Western scholars call it, the Big Bang theory and things like that and all. There might have been what they call a Big Bang, an event. But that is an event which caused the present cycle of creation. They don't have an explanation what was the condition before the Big Bang. They only know after Big Bang what is there. Before Big Bang, what is there, what was there, nobody knows. And our scriptures say before Big Bang, the so-called Big Bang, beginning of the creation, the whole creation was there existing in unmanifest form. And therefore, creation for us is not a linear event. It is a cyclical event, and we don't know when this cycle started. And that's why Vedas are anadi. And that's a reason why we don't consider Vedanta as a philosophy, but it is a pramana. It is nobody has founded the Vedanta. It is given by Bhagavan himself, so it is a pramanam, it is a means, is a source of knowledge. Because what is made by humans can suffer from various weakness. One is bhranti, delusion or incomplete information. Or a person may have some personal agenda to mislead the people. In fact, that has been one of the main criticism against many of these priests, many Brahmins, that all these things have been created only to with some personal agenda. So there can be bhranti, ajnanam, ignorance, vipralipsa. Vipralipsa means a tendency to cheat or exploit others for one's own advantage. So Bhashyakara, by saying Adav eva aha, that it is coming from Bhagavan himself, is saying that this Upanishad is not created by someone and nobody is adding to it. Therefore, the sambandha between this Upanishad and the people who teach are paramparya lakshana. And the purpose, he says, is stutyartham, for the purpose of glorification. Now, there can be a question. How would be, or how this Vidya is glorified by narrating the lineage of teachers? By giving the list of teachers and saying that this teacher taught to this Shishya and this teacher taught to that Shishya, etc. How this particular description will lead to glorification of the Vidya? So this genuine doubt can be there. What is the connection between these two? Why is Bhashyakara saying that? That this is for Stutyartham. It's a genuine doubt and this is explained by Bhashyakara. So anybody wants to read the next one?
Okay, Guruji, I'll do it.
Very good. 1 second, let me open that. I think I forgot to close the file. Very good. Yeah. So next sentence we will read. Evam hi
Evam hi
mahadbhihi
mahadbhihi
parama purushartha sadhanatvena
parama purushartha sadhanatvena
gurunayasena
guruna yasena
labdha
labdha
vidyete
vidyeti
rotu buddhi prarochanaya
srotru buddhi prarochanaya
vidyam mahi karoti.
vidyam mahi karoti.
Very good. Thank you. So, vidyam mahi karoti. The Upanishad is glorifying the Vidya or knowledge. How does the Upanishad do that? By communicating a particular idea. What is the idea? Evam hi, in this manner indeed. Evam means in this manner. By describing the flow of teachers, he means indeed. Vidyam mahi karoti. In this manner, the Upanishad is glorifying this Vidya. And what is the purpose of this glorification? Shrotru buddhi prarochanaya, for generating interest. Prarochana means ruchi utpadanam prarochanam. Ruchi means interest. For generating interest or value. For whom? Shrotru buddhihi. For the intellect of the shrota, the listener. So for generating the interest in the intellect of the listener, Shruti is glorifying the Vidya by communicating the idea that this Vidya was received by great people for a great purpose and with great effort. Isn't it? Even when we glorify somebody, on what basis we glorify? That person has got a certain talent or a certain skill or a certain knowledge which he has acquired with great effort, which is not easy for many others or most of the others to do. And that is why we say some people are very great. He's a great person, isn't it? So all these three great people for a great purpose and with great effort, whatever is acquired is worth glorifying. So the first one is Mahadbihi, great people. As I said in the first three mantras, we will see the list of teachers. And those teachers are known as great rishis in our tradition. So they themselves were very great. And those great people received this Vidya. No, it is like an advertisement, In fact, today people, all these companies use this psychological thing very well. Somebody, a well-known person, a celebrity, is showing or is shown using a product. Then what will happen? All his followers, what they call fan club, they will all be using that. This is the human psychology. The disciples will follow all that the Guru does. When you go to a Gurukulam or an ashram, you will keenly observe. Of course, you should have gone there for a purpose of learning. You will keenly observe the acharyas there, what is the behavior, and then you will try to imbibe those qualities. Bhagavan says in the Gita, yadyada charati shreshta hai tattat deve taro jana hai sa yad pramanam kurute loka hai tadanu vartate. He says it's very important that people who are leaders, who are great people, they should set the right example because others will follow them. If they if they set a wrong example, that also others will follow and the society will get destroyed. Yad pramanam kurite loka tada anuvartate, he says. So Mahatbihi, by great people, by great rishis, this Vidya was labdha. Because for rishis, it was not just time pass. Okay, I have nothing better to do. Let me learn this. Not that they did not have any other job. Of course, they did not have office work, other work. But that does not mean that they were simply spending time by listening to this Upanishad. Like what is called, Katha Kalakshepa. I hope all of you have, most of you have heard this word, isn't it? Katha Kalakshepa. In fact, this word is used for listening to discourses on Itihasa, Puranas, etc. It is not used in the context of Upanishad learning. where Katha means story, Kalaha means time, Kshepaha means spending. So Katha Kala Kshepa means listening to stories as a means of spending time, or crudely put, doing time pass. Because I don't mean it in a negative sense. There is some learning also in Katha Kala Kshepa. But mostly the purpose is entertainment, listening to nice stories. And the Katha Kala Kshepakaras are very expert. They will weave that story of either Ramayana, Mahabharata with so many beautiful other stories, sub stories, and all. You will not know how the time is going, 1 hour, 2 hours. And actually, this idea has come from a particular situation where there used to be some great rituals. In fact, those days, some of the homas and yajnas used to last for days together, and sometimes months together. 1 year and all, one yaga will be lasting. So the whole day, the priests and all who are involved in that, they will be busy doing so many rituals. So many things are to be done during the day. And by evening, when the evening time comes, sunset, they will all be tired. And they will be looking for some change. And therefore, they will be listening to this Katha, Purana Katha, Itihasa Katha, etc. And that is how in Bhagavata, this description is there. That after all the rishis, all the ashramites or inmates of an ashram, after they have done their Sandhya Vandanam, done all their Nitya Naimittika karma, Nitya karmas, and they then come to listen to Katha. So this Katha, this story, this Purana story was exactly Kalakshepaha, means spending time in some constructive, useful manner. So that's all okay. But Upanishad was not studied like that. It was not that because people did not have anything better to do. There were no guests dropping in their houses. Or they did not have to attend some marriages or some other, functions, Diwali party. That they listen to the Upanishad. And this particular idea that this Upanishad was studied not casually, but it was studied with a sense of purpose, is presented by the word Parama Purushartha Sadhanatvena. It was studied as the means. This Vidya was pursued considering it to be the means, the sadhana, as the means for Parama Purushartha. As we know, there are 4 Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. And this Moksha is the Parama Purushartha. And therefore, he says Parama Purushartha Sadhanatvena, which means Moksha Sadhanatvena. So this Vidya was pursued and achieved by great people as the means for Moksha, and it was not achieved easily by everybody. That's why he says, Guruna Ayasena. Lot of effort is required in this learning. They have to go to the teacher. Unlike this time, we are much less effort. The Zoom classes are there. Sitting at home, you can learn. But those days, they have to go to a teacher. They have to go to a Gurukulam. Stay there, spend there 10 years, 15 years, away from their parents, away from their families. In fact, this Upanishad itself will say, Tat Vijnanartham Guruneva Abhigachet. One has to go to a teacher. The student cannot call the Guru to his house. If the Guru goes house to house, you can imagine what teaching he will do. So one has to go to the teacher. Of course, nowadays, still going to ashram and all is not that difficult. Unlike the old days, because the old days they have to walk. Today they can go by car or two-wheeler, etc. And after going to the Guru also, there was no guarantee that Guru will start teaching right away. Guru will first want to know whether the student is qualified for learning this Vidya. He will not say, oh, okay, good, you have come. Let us start. Sadashiva Samarambham, etc. No, he will not start immediately. The Guru will say, okay, now that you have come, stay here for some time. There used to be an observation period or acclimatization period for the student. Guru will check whether the Shishya has got the necessary qualifications. And Shishya also will get acclimatized whether the surrounding of the ashram, because he would have been coming either from some other Veda Patashala or from his home. So whether the conditions are okay for him to stay for a long period of time. So Guru also will check about the qualifications. What qualifications? We know the answer. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. And Guru will check whether Shishya has practiced Karma Yoga at least for some period of time, some length of time. Otherwise, also he will not be rejected. Because normally when a Shishya goes to a Guru with the idea of learning, it is not like, the admission process in universities these days. Guru will respect the Shishya's interest. Of course, he will, as I said, he will not start teaching immediately, but he will not reject him. He will ask the Shishya to do some sadhana, which will make him fit for the knowledge. So the Shishya may have to stay for a longer time in the Gurukulam. So the purpose of the teachers was always to help a person, not to make a judgment about the person and dismiss the person. And therefore, the Guru will teach if person is found to be qualified for Vidya. And therefore, Guru na ayasena. Here, Guru doesn't mean the teacher. You have to be very careful. Don't think that because Guru na is there, I am talking about Guru, that refers to the Guru. Guru here means great, big effort. Because in Sanskrit, the word Guru has got two meanings. One meaning we all know very well. Teacher is called a Guru. Other meaning, Guru means big. So most of the Gurus are Gurus. They are not big in size, but in stature. So Gurus are Gurus. Both the meanings you can take if you want. But here, when Bhashyakara uses the word Guru na ayasena, it means with great effort. Vidya labdha. Labdha means achieved, accomplish. And therefore, this Vidya is great. Great people have learned this Vidya with great effort for a great purpose. What is the great purpose? Moksha. For the purpose of moksha, the Parama Purushartha. And therefore, this Vidya is great. And that is how the Upanishad is glorifying this Vidya, so that the Shrota, the listener, will have interest in it, value for it. And this particular purpose of glorification is described in the next line. We've got 5 minutes. We can continue. So who is going to read the next line? Must be all ready.
I'll
Right,
read,
nobody-
Guruji.
Yeah, anybody, any one person. Maybe somebody suggested that one by one I will call from next class onward, so that there is no confusion. And if somebody is not very confident, he can pass. We'll go to the next person. So alphabetically, I will call each person. Okay. This is a small sentence. So
I'll read, Guruji.
anybody who wants to say, you can say, I will read. Stutya
Yes.
Tutya
Prarocitayam.
Parocitayam
Prarocitayam hi.
Parocitayam hi
Vidyayam.
Vidyayam
Sadaraha.
Sadaraha
Pravarteran.
Pravarteran
Iti.
Iti.
So, this is the stop share. So, Stutya Prarocitayam hi Vidyayam Sadaraha Pravarteran iti. Here he is explaining the purpose of this glorification. Idea behind the glorification of this Vidya. What is that? That the mumukshus and the jignasus should be engaged in this Vidya with reverence. This is the purpose of glorification. Where anything that is glorified, a person will try to achieve. And that pursuit also should be with respect. So therefore he says, Tutya prarocitayam hi vidyayam sadaraha pravarteran. Here we have to supply mumukshavaha or jignasavaha. So the glorification is done so that the mumukshus or jignasus pravarteran. Pravarteran means would be engaged. In what? Vidyaya. In the pursuit of this knowledge. Which type of vidya? Stutya prarocitaya. The vidya which is prarocita. Prarocita means which has been glorified, which has been made attractive, made inspiring. Stutya, by glorification. So the vidya which has been prarocita, made attractive, valuable by stutya, by glorification, he means because. So because Shruti thinks that if stuti is done, glorification is done, the people, the seekers will be engaged in this vidya which has been made attractive by this glorification. Only then the student will sadaraha pravarteran. And this is a important aspect. This vidya will bless the person only when the person has got reverence for this vidya. Reverence for all the factors involved in this vidya. Reverence for the book which is helpful in getting this vidya. So reverence for the book. We should not put down the book on the floor. We should not touch the book with our feet. Reverence. Value for the book. Value for the teachers who teach. Value for the pursuit. So I value my sadhana of study. I don't take it lightly. I don't take it casually. This is the purpose of this glorification. Okay. Sadaraha pravarteran. More we will see in the next class. Okay. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all very much.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರು.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
Guruji,
ಗುರುಜಿ.
thank you. Thank you, Guruji.
I hope you all
Hari
mark
Om
your
Guruji.
attention.
Hari Om Guruji.
Thank you.
Guruji, we have a festival on Thursday, so we have class.
Sadaraha pravarteran. Festival or whatever. Festival is in the morning on Thursday, isn't it? For us, at least.
Right.
Ganga Snanam is the festival. Reading 1 hour.
No,
will
I'm
be
just asking. Okay.
No. We will have
Okay.
class. See, I have never cancelled the class for any festival or anything. Of course, it is your choice. You can give the reason of festival and mark your absence. But class will go on. I mean, because we have to make it fast, I mean, like this we go on doing. It will be difficult. That's all.
Okay,
We'll have
no problem.
evening 7 to 8. Yeah.
Namaste, Guruji. Hari Om.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Namaskaram. I
Thank
have a
you very much,
question.
Guruji.
Sorry?
Really a very tough subject. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Tough subject. That's why it's very involved teaching. When you go to Bhashya, it is involved. But then you have to go through the notes that you have taken or listen to the video once again.
It is
One
not
time
like
you will not go in.
sorry. It is not like Bhagavad Gita. The flow is so beautiful and smooth.
Yeah. Because Bhagavad Gita is only Moolam. It's not Bhashya.
Correct.
So that is how we Bhashyam. I wanted you all, because you have done enough Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranama and all. So I thought right now, probably you are ready for Bhashyam. You test Bhashyam also.
Yes,
That's okay.
yes.
Yeah.
You got to keep at it.
Because when we come to the mantras, it will be much more, what I would say, faster in the sense where these are introductory Bhashyam and Bhashyakara has to explain a lot of things as a background for us to understand later on the mantras and the interpretation. So that is why, we will talk a lot about so many things which are not relevant today, but it was all relevant in those days. So we will have to talk because Bhashyakara has mentioned those things. And that is in the context of, the difference between this Advaita Vedanta and also this Visishta Advaita. What is the basis, how the difference came about? Because those days, Visishta Advaita was the main darshana. Most people were following Visishta Advaita. And Bhashyakara came and he said, no, that is not the message. It is Visishta Advaita is not. In fact, they were calling themselves Dvaitam initially. But then when Bhashyakara came and all that, they said, okay, we see your point. So, but then we will not accept Advaitam of what your Advaitam. We will call ourselves Visishta Advaita. A special Advaita. So we will see all that. I mean, I will explain all that. So we'll get a background why all these differences are there. It is not just, somebody thinks, oh, I am different. And not that. There is a reason for it. And we will see all those reasons. In fact, Bhashyam is very informative. Bhagavad Gita, here and there you get something, like shlokas only. But Bhashyam is very informative because we have got a greatest teacher teaching us. So he gives a lot of information. I'm Shankaracharya. Any other question?
Thank you,
Anything?
Guruji.
Thank you very much, Guruji.
Namaste and
Namaskar.
pranam. There was a big error on my side today.
What?
On Saturday here in UK, the clocks move back.
Oh.
And I forgot, my alarm was is set for 2 minutes past 10 o'clock. And today also it did that. I was
But
listening
I
to your
thought that
previous
they-
session lecture, and then I suddenly realized, oh, the clocks have moved, and then I need to join the class. So I joined only the last 10 minutes, but I have changed my alarm today.
But I thought that in US and all, this thing, the daytime kicks in on daylight saving time kicks in on 3rd of November. That's what somebody told me.
No, here in UK, it is the last Saturday of October, Guruji.
Okay.
Last Saturday of October in the UK and Europe, it's last Saturday of October.
Listen to the video.
Yeah. Okay, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Guruji.
Hari Om.
Guruji, one small request.
Yeah.
Exempt me from reading because I cannot read the script.
Okay. But if you want, I can transcribe it in English and send it to you.
English or Tamil?
Whole thing I will have, because I don't know which you are going to read, It's okay. But so okay, you can't read the script, but here you are not required to read the script. You are only supposed to repeat what I am reading. Is that also difficult? Hear the sound, repeat.
That I can try.
Actually, Hindi, yeah, you can follow.
Yeah, you can. I think let us try. Because I will tell you, I think in Bhagavad Gita, I'll tell you all these things are very auspicious things. Because we chant so many slokas written by Bhashyakara, isn't it? And we consider they auspicious, they'll give us punya, Kanakadara Stotram, and so many things. These are nothing less than those slokas of Bhashyakara, his words. So if we chant that, we will get lot of punya. We get an opportunity to chant these Bhashyam slokas, Bhashyam words. Itself is a very great blessing. So I will chant, you chant behind, and if there is some correction to be done, we will do it, no problem. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay, Guruji.
Yeah.
Namaskar.
Have confidence, can do attitude, no problem. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hari Om. Hari Om. Any other question? Nothing. So we can close the class, continue on Thursday. Hari Om.
Namaskar.
You all very much.